Good afternoon, everybody. I decided to share my coming out experience with all of you today because it was near and dear to my heart. It's a subject that's near and dear to my heart. And I see a lot of kids struggling, and it's time for me to speak about mine. I was in the 12th grade. It was September 2006. I'll never forget it. It happened in history class. One of my classmates asked me, was I gay? And I told him, yes, I am. Now, when we got in the hallway, a lot of motherfuckers were asking me questions and, whatnot. Was it true this or was it true that? Yes, bitch, it was true. It's true, I'm gay as fuck. You knew that already, though. And then I had some people to come up and say, that was very brave. I support you and I'm not going to stop fucking with you, men and women. And then there were some of the DL homophobic, misled motherfuckers who were trying to down me and belittle me a little bit. But I wasn't having it. I mean, when you are misled about certain information, of course you're going to hate it. But that comes from two sources, the Bible and home. The Bible speaks on it in Leviticus talking about it's wrong, but and then some of these parents sit there and tell their children that they're going to hell, that it's wrong, it's frowned upon, it's not favorable, God is not pleased with. And that makes a child really feel bad on the inside. That makes them feel like their feelings are wrong or what they're doing is wrong. Because you cannot control your feelings. You have no control over how you feel. And you definitely don't have any control over what you're attracted to. Because that shit was already instilled and ingrained in you before you even slid out of the womb. There is no control in that. You are not at fault. God made you just how He wanted you to be. And when I tell people that, they really don't believe that you were born this way. Who in their right mind would want to be attracted to the opposite? I mean, the same sex. Who in their right mind would just choose to do that? Who in their right mind would say, you know what? I just wake up in the morning and I'll be attracted to boys. No, bitch, no, it does not work like that. I don't know where y'all get this dumb shit from or talking about where they want to choose to be that way. Bitch, ain't nobody choosing to be a motherfucking thing. Now, you do have choices in life. You can choose your friends. You can choose what to do, what clothes to wear. You can choose what you want to eat. But there are two things you cannot choose. You cannot choose what race you are, and you cannot choose your sexuality. Those are two things you will never be able to choose. Oh, and family, of course. You can't choose who you're kin to, because that's just genetic. But back to the story at hand. Coming out to my mom was the hardest part because I had already came out to my classmates and people at school and the teachers and whatnot. So when she woke me up one Saturday morning and asked me, was it true? I told her yes. I could see the hurt on her face. I don't know if it was because I didn't come to her and tell her, or was it because I was actually gay. Now, I remind you that my father is a preacher, a crooked ass preacher, but still, he's not my goddamn father. That bitch is sperm down. Anyway, I don't know if he ever heard about it and really don't give a fuck because we have no connection whatsoever. But I was kind of hurt because my mom reacted the way she did. I was deeply hurt. I cried a little bit because I didn't expect her to act that way. I'm pretty sure she always knew. They said mother always knows. But truth be told, I think she was worried about my safety. I think she was worried about me getting jumped or gay bashed or something like that because I was gay. I thank God that never happened. But what did happen was I was already addicted to pills at the time, and it got worse. As months went on, I got more and more addicted to pills, like Lortabs and oxycodone and over-the-counter shit, anything to numb my body. And I was smoking and drinking as well, weed and cigarettes and blacks and drinking anything I can get my hands on because I was 17. Um, I wanted to numb myself because I had so many people on one side telling me it's wrong and whatnot, even though I knew it was right for me because I had no attraction to women whatsoever. I love women. I respect women. I'm a feminist active. I'm a feminist activist. I'm not feminine. I'm saying I'm a feminist. I care about women's issues. That's what I'm saying. And I have the other side supporting me. But I sat there and I kept letting the little voices about the people who didn't like it. I let that shit soak in my mind, and I sat there and I got addicted to pills. And I um I I let it get to me. I let that pressure get to me, and I I let it consume me. I let the pills take over my life. No one knew what I was on. I mean, I would go places and I would act a fool. I would do certain things, and I, I didn't recognize myself. I I didn't recognize who I was because I was such a mess. Um, I had become someone who I did not recognize. Period. It took me overdosing in March of 2007 to realize that I am better than this. These pills had become your life, but you can prevail and you can press forward. You don't have to take these anymore. So I went to. It was morning time, and I had popped a couple pills. But when I woke up, then I popped a couple more before I left, and then I popped one at school, and I noticed I started feeling a little number than usual. So I mean, my eyes were bucked. I mean, my eyes were bucked. It's like they couldn't. It's like was like this. I could not move. You could tell I was high or something. And I I I went to first period, uh, home economics, and started feeling kind of. I don't know what I was feeling. It was a bad feeling. So I tried to throw up what I had took, but it was too late. The pills had dissolved. So I went to see the nurse, and I told her about what I had took and whatnot. And I was on my way to go get my book bag, but before I could get there, I fainted right there in the hallway. Um, the ambulance were alerted, and my mother. I had already put my mama through enough of what the coming out, but to know that her child was a pill junkie was more hurting to her. I'm sure. I came to when they stuck the IV in my arm. I came to. I woke up. I was alert. I was up. So they took me to the hospital. They when I got to the hospital, they put me in a room and they took some blood. I told them to test me for everything, including HIV and AIDS, because at the time I was sexually active. Everything came back clean. Um, I I had to put my family through a lot. I I had a weak moment for some months. Well, it wasn't even a moment; it was a month. I sat there and I let the voice and opinions of others creep into my mind. So the only way for me to get through that was taking pills. I'm glad I came. I'm glad I came out, and I'm glad I overcame all of that because it made me into who I am today. People always, some people are very scarred by bad experiences in life, but I am glad that I came out, and I am glad that I I broke free of a habit that was not good for me. So from after I came home that night, I had people calling me, checking on me and whatnot, and acting concerned when they had just been recently talking about shit. Um, that also taught me who people really were, how fake they were, and how really inconsiderate they were to my previous experience. I had learned that I had saw from that day I saw people's true colors. So with that being said, I can never tell anybody to ever come out because you have to do it at your own pace and you have to do it at your own time. But I will say this: when you are living a lie, you have to tell another lie and another lie and another lie to cover up the rest of the lies that you've already told. And sometimes it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it because you're not being truthful to yourself. And I love that little quote to be truthful to thyself or something like that. Um, and that happened 11 years ago. And ever since then, I have met some warm people. I have met some warm-hearted people who were kind, generous, caring, who accepted me just for who I was. Because being gay is not who I am. It's more of a, it's just a little piece of the puzzle of who I truly am. And I have met so many people and talked to so many people who, and they've shared their coming out experiences to me. I am very grateful to be a gay man. If I had the choice, I still would probably be a gay man. But the choice is out of my hands. It's out of my hands. There's nothing I can do about it. But I will say this to people, and I'm going to go. Be yourself. Never let anyone tell you who you can and cannot be. Don't let people write the rules of your life. Because you are the author of your life. You choose. You choose to let people influence your decisions. But I could not. I have always kind of been headstrong and whatnot ever since I was a child. So I had to be strong after all that I have endured. Because I am who I am today because of those experiences. And I pray and I hope someday that people can actually be themselves without ever letting someone else tell them that you're going to hell or it ain't right. Bitch, it's a new motherfucking day. No one gives a fuck about your opinion anymore. I definitely don't care about anyone's opinion anymore. Because I know who I am. I know what's inside of me. I know what makes me hard. I know what gets my dick hard down there. And it's not no fucking woman. It never has been and it never will be. Motherfuckers talking about, oh, just try it, bitch, I've tried. I didn't like it. Because I've eaten pussy. I didn't like that. I've done a lot of shit. I did not like a woman's pussy, and I did not like a woman in general. I don't like women. I'm not attracted to them. It's just not my forte. But I love them, and I respect them, and I'm here for them. I like dick. I like men. That's what I like. Fuck all the rest of that. Because if you're not, you telling me that, but you probably doing the same thing I'm doing. You just getting away with it. So with that being said, be yourself, be true to thyself, and be kind to yourself. Because no one is, on earth is going to love you as much as you love you. That's all I have to say today to everyone. I love you guys. I love you all. Share this video if you can. Um, thank you so much, and be blessed and have a great day.